President, nice to see you.
Thanks, Tavis. I'm glad to be here.
How does this administration, in your view, get away with continuing, if you want to use the word, to miscalculate? We miscalculate on WMDs. We miscalculate on the elections with Hamas coming out on top. I could run a litany of things you know as well as I do. How do they continue to get away with being the administration that runs this country on all kinds of issues where we keep miscalculating, as it were?
Well, I think it's a real challenge for the administration, frankly.
It's not that hard for me to keep it in perspective. This is really just an expression of, I think, a lot of the hopes and dreams of people all across the country who know we can do a little bit better.
But also let me point out that things go wrong in wars. That's why we try to avoid them. And the challenge now is to win. We've got to win. We can't afford to lose.
You think more people hate us now than folk who hated us when you were Secretary of State?
Well, I hate to sound this way, but yes, it is. I think that is true.
Are we ready to do what it takes to eliminate extreme poverty in America?
Depends on whether we have the leadership we need to have. The attention span of the country is short. We've seen that over and over. And we know they're paying attention right now. We certainly know they were right after Katrina hit.
I think most Americans regard you, without comparison, in fact, as the greatest ex-president we've ever had. Is that a compliment?
Well, I think it is. Yeah, I'm relaxed and at ease with it. I think I did a good job as president too, but I'll take what I can get.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Tavis.
Oh, I love it. Why step out now with a Will Smith project?
I just charge too much money.
Yeah.
Just can't afford nobody else.
What do you dislike about this after all these years? These interviews, probably, huh?
Probably.
Yeah. somehow I felt that coming, man. I felt that coming.
No, you know what? It is. It's a honest pleasure for me to sit here and talk with you because we're having a conversation.
Are you ready to accept this yet? You admit that you are now? Are you still trying to run away from the apparent beauty that you are and what that means? Or are you still blushing as you were when I asked that question before? Is that what I
am? My backyard in New Jersey, the LaGuardia Air Path was right over our backyard, and suddenly that became, where's that plane going and who's on that plane and what are they thinking? In other words, the whole art of flying became matched simultaneously with the art of theater and show business.
I love people. My work is the way in which I express my love to people. But my shyness it's just who I am. I'm very shy.
And the thing is that I've been in a fortunate position where I've never lost a studio money.
Never.
Ever. In my career.
I managed to talk.
Ever. You get to a point where you start to understand that only you could do this. We could scream, oh, such and such owes us this, but we owe it to ourselves to get it together. We owe it to God to, I'm speaking for Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige owes it to God for keeping her alive for so many years and getting me through all this stuff to get it together.
The person who has the least amount of self-worth mistakenly gets it from feeling they can find someone that they feel is under.
How blessed, how fortunate, how lucky are you? And do you ever think about this?
I do. I look all the time. When I hear sex symbol, movie star, grade, blah, blah, all those things I hear, I put them right over there with all the things they're going to say when they don't like you.
What is it about the blues that you think has made it so long-lasting?
Well, as long as there's men and women and love.
There'll be blues.
And sex. And jealousy, I guess you're going to have some blues.
I don't really care so much what people say about me because it usually is a reflection of who they are.
Where are we? Who are we? 50% drop out in school. 60 to 70% of our incarcerated are illiterate.
I will not sit in a room with black people when the N-word is used. I know it was meant to belittle a person.
It's the MTV world, boom, 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 boom. You don't even rest on people's faces long enough anymore.
Put the camera on Carl on his face. Just leave it there, Jonathan, just for a second. There you go. Just rest on that face just for a minute. There you go.
These are just regular shades, but when you put them on.
Yeah.
The thing is, man,
Working with Quincy, man, in music, you know, and all the different music that's going on now today, you know, I just really, I know Jamie Foxx can really play it, man, as long as he knows how to play the blues.
Only Burt Reynolds could be on his deathbed and pick up the nurse.
Well, it was
who's
easy
attending to him.
Well, yeah,
tell me the story.
That was a dying wish. How could she turn me down?
You can't take Dr. King's daddy hostage, Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, we did, but I mean,
you have done a masterful job. I wanted to congratulate you on this. You've done a masterful job of being as big as you are, and ain't nothing out there about you. How'd you pull that off?
Evasiveness combined with laziness.